Everyone, we're the Bearded Bastards with the Villains of Man, continuing on with session 34 of our D&D 5th edition game, The Ancient War Reborn. I'm your DM, JVD.
Hey guys, I am Evan the Great, playing Clue the Silver String of the Elven Bard, Paladin of Bahamut, and damn.
Hey, I'm the Bearded Wonder with the Villains Demand. I play Vesper North, the Moon Elf Rogue / Warlock of Claw. And it's tense.
I'm Smiley, playing Riker North, the Blue.
Who sounds like he drinks martinis and gets women out of their panties really easy.
The most interesting man in the world.
On Toro.
I do not have the impressive charisma.
And technically you are the most interesting person probably right now. So, Mr. Wonder, give me the recap. You did that last time. Evan, great, give me the recap.
Alright, recap. We break Riker, we get Riker out, and as we get him out, he brings Vesper back, unknowing to us, brings her to go get another piece of a dragon mask. They swap it, then we come back and we get in a maze and we're going to try to exit, but lo and behold, as our exit is blocked by the blue dragon, what's her name again? Iymrith, and her minions, son, I don't know what his name is.
Cyanwrath, my brother.
Iymrith. Apparently his brother and Vesper is his sister, which is very strange.
Not blood related, of course. Well, for me.
Much struggle, one of the most intense 15 to 20 minutes I've ever set, knowing that a paladin wanted to do so much and could not do anything because if I die...
You're letting your guard down left to right, motherfucker.
Well, if I die, then nobody can stop this dragon. I'm the closest thing we got to it. We're just going to take an alternative route, and hopefully we get a chance to come back to Iymrith, and I will take her head.
Man, Luda is cocky as fuck.
I'm telling you.
Mother will swallow you whole, unfortunately.
Considering that she's the one that almost dies every time.
Yeah. Okay, so,
I was built for this.
Riker, Iymrith had promised you a very painful death as she had took the mask and gave it to her biological son, Cyanwrath, who was,
the one that she did not have a choice to love, unlike me.
Very true, very true. But you could see him taunting you as, before they teleported out. You stand before the village of Zhentarim, half destroyed, bodies everywhere, buildings on fire. It's storming, the rain starts to come in. What are you doing? First thing, go ahead.
I was gonna say, first look at Jason. Do you have an exit plan beyond?
He said, I rode here on a wolf. He said, them, I don't know.
Griffins.
He said, easier transportation for sure.
Who the hell gave you wolfing griffins?
We have allies.
I had allies?
It dawns upon you that you know of what's going on in Loudwater with the Emerald Enclave. You know they have been there once before, and that's why the Emerald Enclave. So you start to put two and two together. It's probably where they got you guys from.
How do we get back?
Looks like we're walking.
You parked your griffins like a
Oh,
mile outside of town.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll go see if they're still there. I don't know how long we've been in that damn maze.
Not long.
This has all been the same damn day.
Yeah, this is maybe been an hour.
Oh.
Because the maze was a time loop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
No time in the real world really passed, but maybe a matter of minutes that you were in the maze.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be like, well, the Griffins are like over here.
We still got one too many
Yeah,
griffins.
Then, alright.
So you guys head out of town.
Jason, do you still have your wolf?
He was like, obviously griffins are a better choice.
They're a short one.
He says, I'm sure we can double up. He's like, I really don't feel like dodging all the stone giants in the mountains again.
Jason, you can roll with me.
He says, thank you, and he smiles. He says, "Is in the making."
I give him a wink.
He kind of winks.
I was
back
about
at
to
you.
suggest that same thing.
What about you?
They told me there was an extra that I plan to take myself.
Oh, there is an extra. It was
For me.
It is literally for you. The Zords.
Yeah.
So,
A true ally wrote on that here. Treat it well.
Where is he now?
quick question
Saved
before
us.
you
Gave
leave.
his life.
That he wasn't strong enough.
Hey, Harper,
Hold on.
what about all these people here?
He just made a bad comment about Orin.
I did.
I didn't hear what.
I told him a great companion or a great friend wrote on that.
I heard that.
Did good. And he goes,
I asked like, where is he now? He said that he didn't make it. He saved us. Like that he wasn't strong enough.
I'll punch you in the face.
Try.
I do.
I also put
You
him in the
miss.
face.
I don't miss.
You weren't even paying attention, and you just now realized what was said.
No, I knew what was said.
As the bickering goes on, there, like he said, there is people in there. I ask you, do they have ways to feed themselves?
There's farmland all about.
Yeah, it is a small farming community. But there's people like
They
crying
were
up
attacked
to people. There's buildings on fire.
They were attacked for a total of 1 minute. They cannot survive this, then they will not survive what is about to happen.
They're cultists.
And this village was here long.
Yes, the cultists.
This village has been here as long as you've lived in the tower.
I just like they're cultists.
I was like, yes, they're cultists.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh.
There's still people.
No, they're not. They're cultists.
Then your mercy is giving them a chance to survive as we leave.
I
Instead
will,
of hunting down this.
once we
survivor.
do come back and they're still here, they will all meet judgment the correct way.
As well they should.
I don't even know what that means. I'm just walking. Me and our booster just walking towards the Griffins. I'm just like, I can't deal with this shit.
And as I'm joining them, I was like, as well they should.
Orvuse is going to ask you, you really think these people are cultists? Look how they're acting. And, I mean, you've got people like crying over dead bodies and whatnot. People trying to put their homes out. There's like a bucket brigade running around. I mean, these people are devastated. And she tells you, you know, this place reminds me of my home. Because what was she? A small village girl that lived on a farm.
I'm not getting into their conversation, but
Are you, like we're
if I
walking
find
away
out
from
that
you.
they're not cultists, we're gonna have.
Well, this is going on between you and him, and she's walking away,
That's
Rusty's
what I said.
grabbing her.
I'll tell Orvus to be like, if we don't stop them from getting the mask, there won't be any villages.
She kind of ponders what you told. She's like, but is it just worth leaving them like this? She's like, aren't we supposed to be heroes?
We can't save everybody.
She's like, but we can try. And she walks away from you, and she goes to start trying to help everybody she can.
Do we see this?
Yeah, she walks away from her.
I don't know. Vesper's just mad right now.
I
She's
go.
confused.
I go with
She's probably not
everything.
gonna help Orvus.
I say she's
Foolish.
right.
Jason says, leave them.
Precisely. We don't have time.
I've already
They
started
have-
walking away. I'm not even talking to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm just walking away.
Going into the woods,
Yeah, towards the
find your
Griffins.
griffins.
Is your friend not coming?
I don't know.
Offense.
I don't know.
You walk away, look over your shoulder, or you just keep walking.
I just keep walking.
Okay.
I catch up with her. We're gonna help
You're helping her, Rustia. She's like trying to do what she can, and she
I
has
have no
tears
way
in
to
her
anymore.
eyes.
It's raining.
Like you can tell
The rain will
she's
put out fire.
she's very upset.
We had our first big fight.
Second, actually. The first one you made up real quick. It was about the.
You look back, and none of them bother to pay any attention to you, and they walk into the woods.
I tell Bouthier, I don't know what Vesper's going through, but there's something dark. I think it's got her.
And she says, and it's my fault. If she would have left me dead, she's like, I don't think she would have been like this.
The voice actor, Cares of the Winds. That's a very good point. Keep thinking about it. He's a fucking idiot.
I told Bruce
He's very
today,
talented date.
I said, I'll make a promise to you. If we make it through this, I will try everything in my power to fix Vesper.
She says,
So, Cloud, how's it been good to you?
you're gonna have to do it alone. Catch up
Good.
with them.
It's
like I'm staying here.
That
It's like I'm doing what I can for these
a
people.
parent that cares. Iymrith was that to me for the longest time.
Hey,
Sorry. That was-
Luda has a decision to make now.
Well, we were walking away, so I was trying to keep from hearing it. So yeah.
I'm trying to think if I should.
You're looking at her and she's giving you a nod that it's all right. She realizes that you care, but you're needed.
Damn. I don't think I should leave her here by herself.
She can be a hero of this town, rebuild it herself, be their champion, be fighting dragons by herself and shit. She'd be a badass.
Get my violin out.
All right?
The family heirloom that I was gonna go through everything to. I haven't used it in a while. I'm gonna give it to Aruthia. So I'm giving you this because you know I'm gonna come back for it. You're still gonna be alive when I get here.
She says, out of everybody that I've ever met, she's like, I truly believe you'll do what's right. She's like, obviously, some people don't really care.
Or they care too much.
Or they're just aggressive at everything.
Marco's just a dick.
It runs in the family.
She says, go. She's like, I'll take care of this. She said, it's what Greenfields Company does, right?
Or she feels or getting the fields.
I'll tell her, we're doing this for Greenfields Company. We're doing this for, he didn't die for nothing.
She says,
I give her the nod, and I take off running back to catch up with him.
She still has a griffin here that she can use to come back.
all right, you catch up with them. They're off to the woods. You guys hear someone running up behind. Pay him no attention. You just keep going.
If I hear someone coming up behind, I'm like, my hands start sparking.
You look behind you. It's just Luda
Oh, it's the
by herself.
I feel we have not had the chance to be properly introduced.
What was you trying to say before we did all that?
What?
I thought you was trying to tell me something.
No, you're good.
I am called Riker of the Blue in the tower, but I guess those days are over. Better days ahead, yes.
We got a world to save.
You have a world to save.
What are your plans?
I don't know yet. I'll be told.
By who?
Who was I here for?
You work with us now.
You don't get to decide that, unfortunately. But if that is what fate calls, then why not? Just give me back to Waterdeep.
Chase pops in. He says, haven't you learned you don't know who you work for?
I was trying to be a bit subtle about that.
He's like,
It helps with these ones.
obviously, we've lost some baggage. Let's hurry up and go.
With due haste.
Vesper, there's no Arbustia.
Is the woman coming?
She's gonna stay and help the people.
My sympathies. Let's go.
She might have been risen in darkness, but her heart still got light in it.
Boom, there's a little dude with the salt right there. That was Luda sprinkling it all over Vesper.
I guess I'll get on my griffin and I'll kick it, like to go, you know, and take off. I'm gonna give it a ration first. Give it a pet, jump on its back, and go. I'm gonna loop around back to the village.
You guys, when you get on these griffins, you notice they're a little spooked. There's an extra griffin, so Jason hops on it.
Unless you're going to ride up.
He's like,
Don't miss
obviously there's an extra one.
Don't miss your chance, man. Come on. I tried.
He said, a prude? Really? He said, I've already been with one of them. It ain't worth it.
Make it a set.
I told Jason, I said, even with the cultists, we may be friends.
So, Vesper, you loop back around,
Yeah.
okay, and you're going back to the village.
I'm going back to the village.
For what?
For where Boosty at.
You see her, she's down there helping these villagers, doing what she can to put out fires and everything else.
I'm gonna land right in the middle of town.
Okay?
Wherever close to her.
Okay?
And I guess I'll just start helping her.
She ignores you completely.
I'm not talking.
So it's just us three then.
He knows the way. Just take off.
Aye.
So, where are you guys going?
You will get a message, like for the cantrip. Do hurry up.
We got the griffin from the short woman at the,
Yes, you did.
I tell
I'm
you
glad
guys,
someone remembered her.
when we land, I can't promise your safety.
Why would I be in danger of a great hero that has been working to stem the coat of the stem the tide of the coat. Fucking hey.
So, you're going to go back to Loudwater, correct?
I tell them we're going to Loudwater, and the woman that we borrowed these from, she's not easy to talk to.
Portia Fallleaf.
Portia Fallleaf.
Mm-hmm.
Do you give me your name?
Yeah. She may be small in structure, but do not tell her that.
So Vesper, how long are you going to stay here and put out these fires?
The rain's helping you and all.
Yeah, it's raining. It's raining good.
I'll just stay here.
I thought it would be
For how long? I need to know how long you're gonna deal with the silent treatment before you say something. Because it is cold shoulder.
My sword had its
She gets a few
abilities
hours.
to Put it out.
All right. She says nothing. If you try to get closer to her and she just steps away, she'll go to the closest thing she can do to help.
She's a paladin now, but
I'll just keep helping until the end of the day, I guess.
You sit there and you're doing everything you can to help, and dawn comes. And finally, it's raining. The rain starts to part. It's just a light drizzle as the sun comes up. She says, "Can't you see you're not needed here?"
So that's the way it is now.
She said, "You left, not me."
I didn't leave, I'm still here.
She's like, "Did you?" She's like, "We're heroes. We've upheld everybody we can. This hamlet was no different than when we went to Nightstone. You helped those people." She says, "Has the mark on your arm gotten to you that much?" And she kind of hangs her head down and she says, "If I knew you were going to be like this, you should have just left me dead."
I took this mark for you.
She said, "For me, because you cared, but it seems like you've done nothing but not care about what we stood for when all this started.
What do we stand for?
To protect these people." She's like, "Do you have such little faith in us that we won't stop this?"
It's starting to feel like we can't.
She said, "I've never felt that way once. If anything," she points off to the maze and she just starts crying. "If Ord showed us anything, it's that we can do this. We might not all make it to the end, but we're going to win." She said, "And all you did was walk off when help was needed. She's like, Luda's the only one that stayed, like we should have. She's like, maybe you are Zen. Maybe you just don't know it.
Sorry.
You notice this has really caused quite a scene as people are kind of starting to back up.
Vesper just turns around.
And what are you doing?
I don't know, thinking.
You turn around, she goes right back to helping the closest people she can. Mending wounds as best she can, and you can tell she is not good at it, but she tries. And then you're reminded about how you had to patch her up down in the dungeon. You didn't know what you were doing, but you tried, and it worked.
I guess I'll just ask her, what do you want?
She said, go. She says, prove to me you're not what I think you're turning into. She's like, I'm fine. I don't want to be in the way.
Whatever. I'll just go and leave. Get on my griffin and go.
You kind of walk towards your griffin, and it's just kind of sitting there in town, and everybody in the town is staring at you like you're a huge piece of shit.
They don't even know, man.
They don't know.
I mean, for all they know, you showed up here and unannounced and brought a dragon.
Oh, I almost did something.
Well, the dragon wasn't going to come anyways. Let's be realistic.
True, but they don't know that.
Oh, I know.
So, I mean, for Riker's point of view, she's never showed up here as a dragon. She's always showed up here as a person.
As I get on the griffin right before I take off, I'm gonna magic missile one of these fuckers.
Just like a single
If you do that, I'm going to have you change your alignment to chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
All right. Change your alignment.
Like, not kill him, he was like kind of zapping him in the head, like, quick stir.
No, I fight full force.
When you do this, you feel this warmth come over you. Your wounds start to heal. It's almost like your body's on fire, but it feels good.
Does he hear an old man going, yes, my son?
No, here's an old dragon.
Give in to the hatred.
It says, good. You're beginning to learn.
Yes.
So, the 2 3/4 day journey back to Loudwater. Vesper, if you push this griffin, you can catch up.
I'm not gonna push it. I'm just riding. Just.
I mean, eventually you'll come across their camp.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably a good 2-3 hours ahead of you. And eventually they will have to camp. You guys meet up with Vesper. We'll push this along unless you guys got anything you need to say.
That's probably pretty quiet.
I was wanting to learn the current events. Like, this all can be done, like, out of context.
Yeah.
Like, was one talk to Jace about the current way of things and what all has changed over the last 5 or so years.
Yeah, he'll go over everything. Basically, you feel pride when you realize that the Zents are on the Lord's Alliance. Inside, you're like, yeah! Oh, I like how you're like quiet real quick, like, I can't celebrate.
That one's there.
You have realized that Acria is living her dream.
For now.
So, Luda, I guess you're the only one that's going to matter here as Vesper shows up. She's very quiet, flies down, don't say a word, right?
anything.
Just get out your backpack, sleeping bag, start setting up your own camp there, or
Yeah, I probably will just, where the griffin lays down, I'll probably just kind of prop up against it.
it kind of like shakes itself, like because it can feel your anger, your sadness. It's an animal, but I mean, eventually it just kind of gives in as you keep like trying to scoot up to it.
I mean, I like pet it, whatever.
So you go to pet it, it kind of shrugs its head away from you. Like it
It's
wasn't
upset with you.
We're trying to rent the beer.
Yeah, probably.
Luda, anything to say?
Not to them.
All right.
Not to me. What did I ever do to you?
So we're gonna push forward to
I did nothing but
Loudwater.
kind to be fair.
It is the
Great
last
idea.
day of Hammer. You're entering, tomorrow will be the first day of the Claw of Winter. Getting into deep winter here. You arrive at Loudwater. Snow's covered the ground. It's cold. You've been up in the air and whatnot. The town looks no different than it was when you and Vesper left it. You can tell that there are some people that pay attention as you fly. As you get closer, people are starting to realize that you showed up with the same amount of people, just two people are different. Not too far after you make landfall, Fall Leaf comes walking up. She says, "Where's the others?"
Dead.
She says, "Well, I see your mood hasn't changed."
No. Thank you for the griffins. And I'll just walk away.
She said, "Wow, we bit her in the ass."
That would be the one that usually puts her, yes.
She says, "And who are you? Did I ask you?"
My apologies, fair maiden.
She said, "You're smart enough to apologize. Keep your mouth shut." She's looking at Luda the entire time. Notice now she's a little bit different. You're not Orid. She was like, "What's going on? What did you find?"
While we was there, we fought several cultists, and we had an encounter with Iymrith, the blue dragon.
The name doesn't ring a bell to her or anything.
I tell her, high-ranking dragon,
Ancient, right? I mean, ancient blue.
the ancient blue dragon that's trying to raise Tiamat. She's one of the
She
leaders.
says, "There's a dragon that close here."
There was.
And while you're doing this, she pays attention to Rocker based on the way that he is dressed.
He apparently was in prison there for years.
You're lying?
Well, based on what he said he was trapped here. So I say, right?
I will speak up. I was an inside man for the Lord's Alliance.
Deception?
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
But they're the same bonus, so it doesn't matter.
So,
19?
man, I don't even know if I want to roll against that. I don't even have a dice. I'm a horrible DM. I'll let you get away with it. She was like, "So, who's he?" And she points at Jason. He says, "A friend of his. I was with him as well." And she's like, "Right, where's the others?"
You're real quiet.
I hold up my hand like,
She's like, "Wow, you're really polite. I'm sorry."
no, no apologies required. They fell trying to extricate me. It is my fault, and for that I am truly. I take full responsibility for what has happened.
She said, "Well, I'm sure the Lord's Alliance will understand. War will be soon." She's like, "We're already getting reports of dragons starting to attack in the north in the last 5 days." She says, "I'm sure maybe what you've done kind of set things off."
Yes,
The Lord's Alliance are starting to gather armies as quickly as possible.
I have much information, but I was hoping to bring a mask back, but alas, I failed at that.
Luda?
I tell her, we suffered a grave loss, but we're gonna do this for him. We're gonna stop this bitch from rising.
She says, what of the other female thing, the human? Where's she?
She stayed back to help some of the survivors.
The dragon rampaged across the
Survivors?
woods.
Thought you were going to a tower.
We was, but they had a. Go ahead.
The tower was situated near the village of Zonthal, where the dragon rampaged when she was trying to get the mask.
She kind of whistles really loud. And it's almost like a bird. And she touches the ground, she closes her eyes and she hums. And you feel this slight tremor around you real quick. She says, I will send aid. She's like, obviously you need to go.
My deepest thank yous. Whatever aid will be a great boon to those people. They are in need of much help.
Vesper, where are you going? You said you've walked off.
I'm going to the bar.
Why did I know? Why did I know that's where you were going? All right. Well, you know there was a tavern is what you came in.
Yeah.
So was that where you're going?
Yeah.
All right. I guess your goal here is to get silly drunk.
Oh yeah.
All right. Roll me a d6. Make it a d10.
Do we have a way to activate the circle?
What circle?
Or to get back?
Well, that's a 10.
You're at 10. Okay, so you guys are looking for Vesper. You've left. You know she's walked off. You know where the teleportation circle is. Maybe you thought she went back there. You go to the bar, and it's only been a couple minutes since she left, and she's already hammered down 10 drinks. Roll me a Constitution save.
I'm not good at these when we pass the fuck out. Yeah. That's a 4.
You walk in, and she's just got her arms and her head on her arms, and she's just like sitting up against the bar. And she's not wobbly, but you could tell she's obviously very hammered.
I look at Vesper in disgrace.
As you walk in, you catch the attention of everybody in here, as you did as you were walking towards this place. I mean, here you are, holy armor, magnificent shield. I mean, you're really catching people's attention now. Because remember earlier you were disguised when you were here.
Yeah, it was.
And everybody takes notice when you're in, and everybody gets real quiet as you do. I'm assuming you're following, right?
Yeah, they know where to go. I'm following them. I'm assuming Jason's one of us.
Jason is too, and there she is. And Jason looks at you, and he says, "Your sister is notorious for these things."
I've heard the stories.
I tell Rocker I've tried to fix her.
She's not broken.
The bottle breaks her.
The bottle comforts when the world does not.
She lost everything because she can't stay away from it.
She lost everything because others in her life has failed her,
Correct.
but you wouldn't know.
I've
You
actually,
are you getting angry when you say that?
When she blames the bottle,
Vesper's in control of her own actions. I've seen her save people, and I've seen her leave people. The bottle makes the leave people happen.
Vesper, you can hear
she
all
left
this.
people before anyone ever
By
touched
the way.
she ever touched the bottle. She left people because she hurts.
And they're right behind you as you're sitting there.
I'm going to take my backpack off and I'll reach in and grab a pearl and just put it on the bar. Feel like that should cover that.
And he's
Do
finding you
do I
another
have any
one.
coin? I never asked.
We'll say, roll me 2d10. That's how much coin you've got.
Alright, that's fair. I'm fine.
I forgot how much gold I don't know.
I'm assuming it wouldn't be little because I don't know how to grab anything.
Yeah, well, you might have just pocketed some out of the treasure.
When the
Eight.
bartender
Electrum.
when the bartender sends me another
Because you're
one
smart
down,
enough to grab it.
when the bartender sends another one down, I'll be like, that should pay my tab and for the cup. Correct.
One electrum's 10
You
silver.
take the cup?
I'll ask him that.
No, he doesn't. He picks up the pearl. He's pretty happy about it.
Okay, be like, I'll.
How much would I?
Hey, wait, hold up, time out. This is one of the pearls you got from the maze?
Yeah.
So you're fidgeting around your bag,
Oh,
None of them are there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll probably one other one.
Then I'll just pull out a platinum.
Okay.
I
Pull
mean,
out platinum, throw it up there.
Yeah.
So,
Like, does that cover everything?
yeah, that's what you have, platinum, not
I mean,
electronic.
does that cover everything?
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty happy about it.
Would a platinum cover around for the house?
Sure.
I'll put another one. Get everyone a drink. It's everything's
You say that and you hear a huzzah, everybody in there, you know, so they all start like going up to the bar. And you've created quite the scene.
So now I have 2 cups.
Yep. Ludus is getting a little out of hand.
I look at Jason and I say, we need to be moving. We don't need to be getting drunk.
I don't disagree. He's like, but
I'm
we've
not
already
getting
lost
drunk.
some baggage. Would it hurt to lose some more?
I tell him this is not the way I want to spend my evening.
It's morning.
Or, well, shit, morning.
It's probably, it's probably afternoon, yeah, based on time. And you know,
I
just
will walk up to.
back behind the bar or in the kitchen is your teleporter.
Yeah.
So how do we
I'm
get
not
home?
telling him about it right now.
You have helium magic, yes.
Yeah, by now you do. Everybody's healed up.
No, I'm asking her. I never actually seen her fight.
Yeah.
Any helium magic should cure inebriation to some extent.
I have
We
some of
need
the
to leave
most,
now.
I have powerful healing.
Then use it so we can leave. Time is of the essence. I made a distraction. We need to get out.
So give me a minute first. I must prepare.
Are you preparing?
What?
Prepare my heal spells.
You've already got all that prepared.
I want to get away from him for a minute.
Okay, where are you going?
Somewhere secretive.
Okay,
As she walks away, I'll look at Jason like, I don't think she likes me.
so it works with our kind.
I think she's daft.
She's a harper.
I heard.
Where are you going?
Get away from them where they do not know where I am if it's possible.
If you're gonna leave, you can leave.
I tell them I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
Um,
I'm sure they have a church here.
To Chantilly, maybe.
an adjacent building, whatever may be adjacent to this building.
There's homes and stuff.
Okay. Well, outside of the bar, somewhere where I can send a sending spell.
Okay.
You sneaky fuck.
I am going to send a spell to the Olsen. Well, the teleport thing we take where it goes into Waterdeep, right?
Yes.
That's
It's
where
in the graveyard
he's
outside of
at.
Waterdeep.
Is that where he's at?
Wilson? Yes.
I sent a sending spell to him saying, in a few moments, I'm going to come through the teleportation, and I have 2 Zent agents with me. They are on our side for the time being,
You treacherous sneaky fuck.
but I don't trust either one of them.
So, you send us out. Give me 25 words. Use them all wisely. I'm assuming you've already been sending some messages and
Yeah.
stuff. So you've already been hearing about these drag attacks from Leosin and them.
In a few moments, I will use the teleportation. There is 2 Zents with me. I trust them. No, hold on.
I don't trust them.
I don't trust them, but they are allies. I think
That's how you
25.
see them. They're allies.
That's what they're allies. Yeah.
I'm
Okay, he already knows you don't have the mask. We're gonna just say you've been doing this. He says, doesn't matter. We can destroy the teleporter. Hurry. Arthagast Olbrinter has been assassinated.
Hold on.
not right now.
It's the cult. Throw me, got history knowledge there. Luda.
The gas. Killed by cult.
Mm-hmm. Arthagast Olbrinter.
Now, what do you ask me if I had, what is it?
Throw me history. You get an advantage on this.
Intelligence?
This is Harper information.
Shit. I rolled a fucking 1 and a 2 on my dice.
Wow.
That's an 8.
Wow. Okay, never mind.
Worst Harper ever.
The one bit of information you would know about this man is he is the husband of Haventree. She's your Harper leader.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's been assassinated. They believe the cult has done it.
Harbor agent. What's her name, lady?
It's Raventree.
Yeah, Raventree.
Haventree.
It don't take too long to send more, that sending. We'll also send another sending spell.
Okay.
Trying to find his name.
Someone harsh name.
Almost murdered him right there. I'm gonna tell you.
So once he's actually allowed this whole dialogue if it was ascending.
The princess, the ice, the
Storm Giant Princess? Princess Sarissa?
Yeah. Me and her are friends. I want to send her one.
Okay, what are you going to send her?
I'm going to tell her that Iymrith has one of the crowns, and she got away from us. And from my knowledge, they're very close.
25 words.
Oh,
Got them out. You're sitting there sending.
Iymrith has one of the masks, and to my knowledge, they are close to having enough to raise Tiamat.
Gives a moment, you feel the tingling in your head. You get a message back. Terrible news. Me and Uncle are searching for Father. Getting closer to his location in the north.
Would I know? Would I know? I don't think I would. Maybe I would. Don't think I would. Don't think I would have cared, honestly.
That's the two I'm going to send right now. I would like to send all my spell slots to them, but I don't want to waste all my spells.
Okay.
I come back into the bar and I tell everybody, gather around. I will heal our wounds. We must leave immediately.
Your wound's already healed.
Oh,
Heal
shit,
her
like 2 days.
inebriation.
Yeah. I cast lay on hands and remove drunkenness. Can that happen?
I don't know. Does Vesper want it to happen?
I mean, I'm sure if she hits me from behind, I don't see it. I'd just be like, really?
You kind of sober up. You still feel a little
Poison,
woozy.
it counts. That's what I was hitting
Yeah.
at.
I'll allow it to happen.
I tell them.
I didn't know that would actually work. I was just
Everybody there, I say, follow me. We have a way to get to Waterdeep quickly.
Like I said, you've kind of got this place in a war. Everybody's getting a drink.
Close my way to Waterdeep quickly.
So, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Going downstairs to the teleportation circle.
Well, you understand that's in a cabinet. You start to go behind the bar. The bartender, he kind of gets one of the maids. He said, hold up, where are you going?
Show me your tattoo.
Because he doesn't know you're a Harper. He says, you're not allowed back here. When he does that, he kind of puts his hand on like a dagger on his belt.
I tell him, hold steady. I'm one of the Lord Lions and I need to get there immediately.
He says,
Show him your tattoo.
I see
Show
no
him the bloody
proof.
mark.
Are you all saying that?
That's what I was like, I
He's
know
kind of
she has a
looking
tattoo.
confused.
Show him your damn tattoo.
I tell him, I work with Leos. I don't want to show him the tattoo unless I have to.
He kind of,
I'm just gonna grab her pant leg, just pull it up, be like this.
I show him the tattoo.
and when you do that and you pull it, he kicks your hand. He says, don't be showing that around here.
Well, we need to go.
He
And I'm a little
says,
drunk still.
he says, wait, you two were here not that long ago.
Yeah,
Yes, the rifle dicks, aren't they?
Said, you guys ran the Zen out of town.
yeah.
Yes, we did.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He said, why didn't you guys stay around?
Well, everybody was mad, seems like.
We
He
followed.
said, I could have told you this place was here then. I could have got you home sooner. He said,
In different
did you
missions.
know your way around?
Yes.
Says, well, he says, good luck.
Thank
I
you.
hand him 100 gold pieces.
Says, she's already covered everything I need. Don't worry about it. Get out of here.
I give him
And
a
he goes
nod.
back to serving drinks.
As we enter to the teleportation circle, tell my allies.
Rocker.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna
Rocker,
tell
Jason, you see them open up a cabinet drawer, and they kind of, you see a small set of stairs. They kind of crawl up in it, and you see them going down.
Where was our teleportation circle before this shit happened?
Isn't that happening?
Oh, I thought they did. Okay.
No, they just kind of ran the town.
I tell Jason and Riker.
No.
Or they thought they ran the town, didn't realize there was a Harper agent here.
I tell them
We
to.
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, Jason kind of looks at you strangely like,
Once we so once we take this,
Doing thief
This has turned out much better than what I expected.
I know thieves can. I'd be like, what?
She's like, I know Zent talk to you, dumbass.
Well, we're like,
I let these people know when we get to Waterdeep, it may not be good on y'all.
Why? They do not know that we are coming?
It's a Harper teleportation. We're going right to the base.
Then they will think we are Harpers. Which you yourself
I
are.
kind of laugh and I say, step into the circle.
If I know what that laugh means. Did you tell them that we are coming?
They know nothing of it.
Inside. Give me a deception. 19.
Deception is really high.
It's in the floors where your reception's at.
25.
You believe me?
This is great.
Jason kind of
It was
looks
almost
at
a
you.
20.
You teleport yourself out. Next thing you know, you're in a small little cave. And there's a set of stairs that go up, and the top's closed off.
I remember the command word. Uh-oh.
That's what I was wondering.
Or knows that Snobby still remembers it.
I gotta roll down. Oh, this could be a while.
Oh, God.
It's a shame that I don't know, that Riker doesn't know it.
Happens.
It's a shame that Vesper never takes notes. It might be more organized than her.
Hey, well, then a Zent would know the answer, right?
Ooh.
See? But if he remembers this, they're about to know the answer.
I'm not a Zen. I'm a Sith Lord.
A Zent Lord?
Sith.
I'm pretty sure I heard Zent Lord in that, didn't you?
That's what I thought he said was Zent Lord. I'm like,
Actually, I might be a Zen Lord.
Could very well
possible.
be.
I just take over the
You're
whole
gonna
organization.
rise up to the top, shape it to what you will.
First
Well,
we kill
you find it yet?
Why, she's useful. She knows business better than we do.
I don't need business. I need muscle.
Then your organization is doomed to fall.
That's okay. I don't plan to live long.
Roll me an intelligence check. Let's speed this up.
Okay.
Can I just tell them?
No.
Okay.
Because if he doesn't get it wrong, then you get attacked.
I know, and that's kind of what I was hoping was going to happen. Oh, shit.
Nat 20.
So write this down on your character sheet
Okay.
somewhere.
Yeah, I would have got it there.
It's Myrna.
Damn it.
Myrna.
What should be on my character sheet?
Rocker, you and Jason hear Vesper say this, and you hear the grinding. The sarcophagus gets opened up, and you're staring at what you would know is a shield guardian.
Who has that amulet? I make a mental note.
Okay, so where are you guys going? It's your first point of business now that you're in Waterdeep.
Jason, can you give us a lead to Acria?
He says, I can take you there.
We go to Leo's.
Many thanks. Go ahead, you
He
have
says-
information.
Says, Waliosin, Acria is the only reason we know why. And do you think we would share with you what he knows? Maybe you should go get Leosin.
That would be the wisest course of action.
Because if
Trust me, I
I,
already know you hate me at this point.
Don't hate you, don't know you.
he said, I'll tell you what, meet us at the Black Vial. Obviously, we've met there once. We know it's a place of peace and honesty.
True.
And my friend cannot tell a lie there.
I agree to these circumstances.
Vesper, dealing with Zins again.
If you're dealing in business, you deal with sense.
What time are we meeting? I still have my cup.
Here's trying to get back where you were, but you've only had that one cup.
He says it's of importance in an hour.
Half that I would prefer, but
He says, I know where Acker's at. I do not know where Leosin is.
I was conceding it with them.
He said, and we'll have to go get Ackery and go there anyways. So, you and Rocker, Jason will go receive Acria. You two, is there anything you want to wrap up real quick here, or what?
I'd probably go have a conversation with my mother.
All right, what about you, Luda?
Find Leosin.
Okay. What's the conversation you're having with your mother?
I'm just gonna walk in and be like, "Oh, I found Riker." I'm highly intoxicated.
Oh, he sold you up.
No.
Actually, lay on hands does neutralize poison.
Oh man, so I just got
One
this
poison of your choice, so you just got drink in your hand.
Man,
You're trying to get there, but you
She
won't.
kind of looks at you in disbelief. She was like, "Did you really?
yeah, he's still alive. He's here.
Then where's my baby boy?"
We're meeting at the Black Vial in an hour. He's a Zent.
And when you do that, she kind of hangs her head. She's like,
But I haven't killed him yet.
she's like, "Are you sure?"
Oh yes, very positive. He has a hard on for Acria.
I've never said anything about her.
Yeah, Jason's kind of said everything.
He's the
about
only
it.
one that has ever
Yeah, but
mentioned her.
you glared at me when I said I don't give a damn about Acria.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
No,
We're
I
talking
said
about
that when you weren't looking.
How was I not looking?
She was like,
You were looking. You were talking to Jason. I was staying behind.
I'll still say it. I don't give a damn.
she was like,
I do granted, but
"Is he a Zent like they believe you are?"
No, he was undercover for the Zent.
And you can see the tears kind of start to roll out of her eyes. "So you don't think we can save him?"
I don't think anybody can be saved.
And you say that, and then she's, "Where's Robustia? Where's Luda? Where's Ord?
Ord's dead.
because Ord was flirting with her.
Who's dead?"
Ord. Bustia stayed behind to help some village. What the fuck ever. And then Luda went to go get Mr. Golden Boy.
She's crying, and she's doing her best to try to stay strong. Does he know I'm alive?
No.
She was like, she tells you, "Do you think it would change him if he knew?" She's like, "I could see the hope come back to your face." She's like, "But now it's gone. Does that tell me everything I need to know?"
Yeah.
She's like, "It's strange how we've gained everything and now we've lost it. It's almost like we were cursed from the beginning."
I feel like we were.
She just hugs you
I'll hug her back.
deeply. She's like, "But I won't lose faith in you."
I think I'm far too gone already.
Are you crying?
Yeah.
She tells you, if you're acting like this, if the emotion I see, she's like, "I don't believe that." She's like, "Because if you were, you wouldn't be like this." She's like, "I could tell you're hurting." She's like, "And I don't want that for you."
then I'll pull back up, I'll kind of wipe the tears, and I'll just be like, I gotta go.
She says,
For meeting.
then go. Then make things right.